What's up, world? This is Rado Da Barber. Thanks for tuning in to Rado Da Barber TV. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's poppin'? Let's get it.
Biggie.
So, what makes you one of the premier barbers in Atlanta?
Well, I actually love my career. I love my craft. I does this. I get it popping when it comes to this hair follicle thing. You know what I'm saying? I get busy with the clippers. I like it, man. I can't front. This is I could probably see myself doing some other things, this and that, but what I actually enjoy doing is cutting hair.
What made you get into barbering from jump?
I want to say I came back from school back in the day. I don't want to go ahead and specify the years, and you guys gonna know exactly how old I am, you know. But came back from school, and my man had a barbershop over in Boston, Mass. And he asked me to come through, just for the weekend. So I came through, and everybody else showed me a lot of love. Some of the guys that I went to high school with, and at the time I was still cutting women's hair, short hair and stuff like that. And everybody showed me a lot of love, and I actually liked it. And I kept doing it for on a consistent weekend basis. Next thing you know, he gave me a chair, and that was it.
And now you a shop owner. Like, how many shops have you owned, and how long have you been owning this shop?
Well, my first shop that I owned was in 2003. I actually named it after my daughter, Desire. I named it after her. That shop was open for 9.5 years. Had a great staff. It was a very, very nice place. You know, we had it popping up there. You know, a lot of great memories. You know, my scissors salute all my staff. You know, those were some good old days, man. Word up.
Social media is really big right now.
Word is born. Social media got it popping.
It's really big right now.
What?
And it will either hurt you or do you some good. How has social media affected you negatively and positively?
I would say the whole ordeal with social media for me it's actually been great, because prior to social media, I never knew anything about an exotic hair battle tour. I didn't know a lot about all the barber battles that they have. I didn't know about the barber seminars. First of all, the whole other world, the whole industry about barbers, I actually didn't know it even exists. I was just Googling one night. Next thing you know, I booked 3 trips in one night. You know, flight, hotel, and educational seminars. And one night, I booked February 2014, February 9th in Miami. Next thing you know, I booked the same exotic tour. Scissor salute to my man Curtis Smith. In March 15th or 16th out in Jersey, Elizabeth, Jersey, which, you know, I used to be out there because, you know, I'm a Newark, Jersey dude, you know what I'm saying? Then on April, I went and did April. That's in Connecticut, the CT Barber Expo with Jay Majors. Went and banged it out just like that as soon as I found out about it.
Word. So let the listeners know this: if you wasn't a barber, what would Rado be like? What Rado the Barber? What would Rado be?
Oh, I'd just be an accountant. I'm an accountant major, so yeah. That's all. You know, I mean, at the end of the education is the key. Just because we're barbers, you have barbers that DJs, you have barbers that rap, you have barbers that's actually an artiste. You know, you have basketball player barbers, you have barbers that box, you have barbers that do everything. You know, it's a craft, and at the end of the day, we some of us gets it popping. Most of us, well, I think a lot of us, we actually think outside the box. So there's really not telling what a barber or person actually cuts hair can do.
Well, seeing that I know you, if you weren't a barber, I would think that you would be like some type of like boutique owner, fashion executive or something, because you stay fly. Like, what's these kicks you got on right now?
Oh man, I ain't doing that, man. I'm just playing around, man. You know, maintaining, doing the minimums. Little Diodors I got, you know, for all my old heads out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, just little something light work, little items I picked up.
Oh, okay, a little light work. In 10 years, would you see yourself still doing the same thing, or would you get into like more so the administrative or educational side of barbering, or would you just stay a barber?
Oh, definitely, because I consider myself a student of the game. Always humble. I stay humble. Always willing to learn. Till this day, I've been cutting hair for a long time. I have a lot of experiences, over 25 years. You know, so to see myself stop and not cutting hair or not trying to educate myself, that will never happen. When I go out away from when I step away from the barber chair, I'm constantly eager, willing to learn. I sit in the education class. I'm learning how somebody's technique and how I can actually incorporate it with mine. You know, so the minute you stop learning, the minute you think that you're the illest barber, the best barber, or the dopest barber out there, you're done. You know, there's no such thing.
So if you could go back in the past and talk to the younger Rado, what would you tell him to do in going through the future that would essentially catapult you to where you at today, to a different or higher level?
That's a decent question. Word, that's one of them little 2020 jump offs right there. Peter Jennings, word. You know what? I think what it is, I was around a lot of cats that actually knew about the industry, but I was never told of the industry. And I kind of like, even though I consider myself finding about it late. So the minute I found out about it, if there's an industry, Rado definitely got to be in it. You know, Rado St. Cyr definitely got to be in it. There's no way that there's a whole bunch of haircutting going on, education seminars, all these barber battles, you know, and all these things that barbers are doing. Barbers not just barbers anymore. Barbers doing bobs. You know, barbers doing symmetry bobs. You know, we cutting straight A-line bobs. We're cutting hair. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing way more than what most of us used to do back in the day. You know, it's a big field. You know, and just to be a part of it, man, I'm elated. Since I've been out, this is going about a year and a half. Since I got away from the barber chair, trying to get some education and stuff like that, going to the tours. I've met a lot of great people, and everybody show me love, and I show them a lot of love. Hey, you guys know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You never be forgotten, man. Word up.
Out of 3 people, if you could cut 3 people's hair this weekend, who would those 3 people be? Don't matter the gender, the race. Like, which 3 people would you cut hair? Would you want to cut hair? And what would you say to them?
I would definitely want to cut Paula Patton's hair. Word up! I won't give her the long layers. I would want to cut her hair. That's one. I would definitely want to cut Robert De Niro's hair. I know. You know, he's an older cat, but I want to say that haircut he had in Casino. I would want to do a haircut like that because I like getting busy with the shiz. You know, my finger technique and shareable comb. I like getting busy. The third one, it would have to be. The third one, I don't know. Probably somebody like Martin, the way he used to get laced up on the Martin show from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I'm giving you a variety of things. You know, I'm coming from Paula Patton. You know, you gotta diversify. You know what I'm saying? Your skills. So Paula Patton, them going to Robert De Niro, boom, and then taking it home with my people's Martin Lawrence. You know, something like that.
So what would you say to all 3? And you don't have to answer for each person. Just in general, one statement or one question. What would you say that you could relate to all 3 of them?
I would say, chill out, relax. You know what I'm saying? Rado Da Barber, I'm about to bless you. Word was born. You know.
Word up.
What's up? Word up. Hey man, I'm a word up Bush Boogie type of dude, man. You know.
Tell the people your Instagram name.
Yeah, it's Rado Da Barber. RADODABARBER. Hashtag Rado Da Barber. Actually, the hashtag's doing this thing. It's well over 10,000 right now. It's pushing way past 11, close to like 1,200. The last time I actually checked. So yeah, we've been working hard. We've put in the work.
You got any shout outs out there to give?
Salute to Barbershop Connect. Scissor salute to Barbers Inc. TV. Scissor salute to National Barber Association. Scissor salute to the whole Scissor Salute staff. Scissor salute to Barbers_Soul. Scissor salute to Pacino's, Esco G, Mark the Barber, Curtis Smith, Jay Majors, later Pachinini, my people's Angel Ross. The list goes on. You know, it's so many people, but I scissor salute to all of them, because I would honestly say my man Jay Valentine the Barber and Angel Ross, we was in Dallas and we was talking, and the stuff that they told me, and I don't even know these cats. You know, we was talking, I met them a few times, and there was two things that they told me. The minute they told me, and it's like more like they didn't have to tell me these things. The minute I got back to the shop, I couldn't wait to try the stuff that they told me. And on the strength of them, whenever I start using color enhancement, my money doubled. So my haircuts came from $30, now it's $60 on the strength of those guys. So I definitely salute you, brothers. Word up. Man, it's Rado Da Barber. You know, if you're in Atlanta, come check me out. My phone number is 404-392-0843. Or you can just email me, you know, radodabarber@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? The shop is real cool, you know. Got the refrigerator popping, you know. Just come and have a good time, and I guarantee you I'm going to lace you. I'm going to bless you, man. Word up.